It's a natural stimulant. It's a neurotransmitter that's making signals go in our brains. So it's making us excited about what's to come. It helps us feel pleasure. It's a big part of our unique human ability to think and to plan. So there are these going on in our bodies. That's just one of them. And then we also feel anxiety because of increased cortisol happening in our bodies. It's our body's main stress hormone. So that's what happens when we have this fear of the unknown. What's going to happen? What's this class going to be like? I have to get from this side of campus to that side of campus. It's unknown. Am I going to make it on time? I don't know. And so there's this ramped up sense of anxiety. We feel stressed because the adrenaline goes up. So when that cortisol goes up, our adrenaline goes up, and that puts us into a state of preparedness for what is to come. So thinking about how that has served human beings for a long time, thinking about going out on a hunt, right? Thinking about being ready to move our families from one place to another in those nomadic days of human beings. And so making those, understanding what those hormones do for us today, it's state of preparedness. What am I going to need for today to move through the day successfully, whatever success looks like for you? So the more that we understand about what's happening in the biology of our bodies, then the more we can understand ourselves and connect with ourselves, but that also helps us to connect with and see other people. It gives us the relational aspects of, oh, you're studying for a test. I know how that feels. That empathy, right, that we offer is connection. And a lot of that is based around understanding the biology of our bodies. So as we move through this, right, through this course, we're going to be using that scientific method to understand ourselves, to see what's happening in the world, to see what's happening with our connection with others, and then to make choices about that. That's the way it is. We are all scientists. So we're going to do one more round of this, okay? Observing your perception. So as you walked into the room just a short time ago and looked around, what did you notice when you walked in? And subsequently, what did you feel and think? So just go back in that moment, to that moment in your mind when you were coming in the room. Put yourself there in your memory. And then what observations did you make? What questions came up? What were you thinking and feeling? Take a moment to jot this down on your papers. When you have your own reflection, then talk to your neighbor. What did they think and feel and notice when they walked into the room? See how it's similar or different.
So we all noticed that like this room is super crowded, and all of us kind of shared a similar anxiety of like, where am I going to sit?
Yeah.
Kind of trying to find a spot was really nerve-wracking. Also finding this room was
Finding
like,
the room.
yeah.
Lots of that anxiety, that adrenaline. Thanks for sharing. How many other people thought about that? How am I gonna find this? Yeah, so you're not alone. Lots of people in that same boat. And so the cool part of that is that you're all in that same boat. I'm not. So I can sympathize with you, but not empathize, right? So knowing that you're all in that together, it's just a fact. So when you come in for the next class period, move to the center. Move all the way to the center, and then the people that are coming in later can get in easier. And then we don't have this having to shuffle it's a way of working together in community that we can be aware that that's an anxiety and we can help each other out. Pretty cool. Other thoughts, observations?
Okay, can you hear me? I felt comfortable because I had a class here last semester and I really liked this room. It's pretty calming, I like the dim lights, so it was nice to be back here.
Oh, good. Welcome back. How many other people are in that boat? Have you had classes here before? A few of you? Familiar? Any other thoughts or observations? Okay, so a follow-up question then. When you walked in the room, did you think, wow, there are so many seats. So many of them are gonna be in here. Or did you walk in and say, think to yourself, ooh, there are so many seats. There are so many of us in here. What's the difference between us and them? Sure. Anybody wanna speak to that?
For one of them, you said them, the other one you said us, so it kind of separates, it kind of separates you from everyone else, and kind of seeing everyone else as a different, like, group.
Yeah, I think you hit the key word there, is separation. So when you enter a room like this, is it, oh, we are all in this together? Or, oh my gosh, like, look at all of them. So understanding our perception, the language that goes on in our head, and how that shapes then how we show up in spaces is really interesting. If we start to go back to that scientific method, right? Make the observation of, oh, I did think it was them in the room. What does that do for my connection to the other people in this room? So understanding, do we see ourselves in general community walking on the sidewalk as, look at all of us moving around? Or is it, wow, there are a lot of them? So thinking about that, understanding how that shapes our sense of belonging, our sense of community, is really quite interesting, I think. So how we see ourselves as the result of our experiences and our cultural story. Something else that we will explain or explore over the course of the semester. So, I'd like to say to you, in Lakesh, I am another you. My name is Jen, and I work at Shavers Creek Environmental Center. This week is 28 years that I've worked at Shavers Creek, and I have had lots of different roles there, teaching environmental education in a lot of different ways. I'm the mom of 3 sons, and you'll hear stories about them because they've been real teaching opportunities for me. And so I bring stories of Henry and Luke and Isaac to this class because it applies to the experiments, to the scientific method. So you'll get to hear about them. I am a maker. I enjoy making lots of different crafts, upcycling things into other things, and knitting and all kinds of crafts like that. And I believe that BISC3 is my work in this world. And so if you have questions, I am always open to questions. And I love good conversation. So I'm always up for that. You may have noticed that at the beginning of this, I said we are here to welcome you. I'd like to introduce the we that I'm referring to. So come on up. Make a straight, yeah, there you go, straight line all the way across.
y'all choose to meet in this class?
Okay, I'm Jose, and I chose we're gonna make a meaningful community.
Hi, my name is Logan. I'm also a TA, third year, and this class changed my Penn State experience, so hopefully you embrace the class.
Hello everyone, my name is Ava Ryder. I'm also a TA, and I'm looking forward to watching you all grow through my side.
Hi you guys, I'm Angeli. I'm also a TA, and I'm just so excited for you guys to have fun this semester and really just enjoy BISC3.
Hi everyone, I'm Kyla. I'm also a TA, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you.
Rakesh, my name is Angelica. I am an Angel TA, which means I've been a TA before once more. And it's inspiring to see all of you guys in your seats. Your seats are pretty much full. And I'm really excited to get to know you and for you to experience BISC3.
Hi guys, my name is Aviv. I'm also a TA, and my advice for you all is to try in this class.
Hi everybody, my name is Anthony, and my advice to BISC3 students is to be honest with yourself.
Hi, I'm Leah. I'm also a TA, and I am confident that all of you will love BISC3.
Hi, my name is Sophie, and I'm looking forward to meeting you.
Hi, my name is Michael, and I hope you enjoy BISC3 as much as I did.
Hi, my name is Caitlin, and I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you and growing together.
Hi everyone, I'm Amanda, and I encourage you all to go to this class with an open heart and open mind.
Hi, I'm Alexis. I'm also a TA. I'm looking forward to meeting all of you and getting to watch your BISC3 trophies.
Hi, my name is Alicia, and I hope you all just have a little bit of fun in this class this semester.
Hi guys, I'm Ava, and my best advice to all of you as BISC3 students is to have fun and be open-minded.
Hi everyone, my name is Mia, and I look forward to challenging you and learning alongside all of you.
Hi, I'm Madison, and I look forward to watching all of you make both connections this semester.
Hi everyone, I'm Petra. I'm also a learning coordinator. I'm also going to be responsible for running our BISC3 Instagram, where you can keep up with everything going on that's related to BISC3. And if you have any questions or pictures, send them my way.
Hey, I'm Sophia. I'm a learning coordinator, and I'm so stoked to watch you all transform through BISC3.
Hi, my name is Bronwyn. I'm also a learning coordinator, and I'm so grateful to welcome everyone into the unique experience at BISC3.
Hi everyone, I'm Paige. I am also a learning coordinator. I am responsible for the extracurricular movie nights. And after working with these group of TAs, I can tell that you all will be in the best of hands.
Hi everyone, my name is Molly. I'm also a learning coordinator, and my job is to handle some of the grades with the TAs and everything like that, so and I'm very excited for you all to be able to just turn everything off for 50 minutes Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and hang out and be here and be excited.
Everybody, my name is Autumn. I work with Jen at Shavers Creek Environmental Center. So I work on course administration and some course content here and there. And I really believe that if you open your heart to this class, some things will change in your life. Thank you all.
are in this gen ed course, right? What is a gen ed course? Dr. Harry Lewis says universities have forgotten their main purpose, which is to help young people learn who they are and search for a larger purpose to their lives. And so that's what we're doing in this gen ed course. The idea of well-rounded education that will hopefully, the intention is that they will serve you in life after you graduate. So we, this team that you just met, and those playing roles in the backgrounds that you won't get to meet, are doing our best to offer you this opportunity to grow in ways that will go out into the world with you, as well as being useful in your everyday life right now. The word educate comes from the Latin educere, which means to bring out or to lead forth. Last week I got an email from Maggie Slattery. She is the director for the Office of General Education and the Assistant Dean for the General Undergraduate Education at Penn State. In other words, she's in charge of all gen ed courses. The email said this: your course plays an important role in our gen ed education program because it provides students with essential learning in natural sciences. Your course also provides students the opportunity to meet these general education learning objectives: creative thinking, critical and analytical thinking, key literacies, social responsibility, and ethical reasoning. So it seems as though Penn State gets it. There's more to learning than just book education and specializing. My role in that of your TAs is to lead you out, right? To bring you forth. It's not to push our views on you, but to give you things to consider. And so a phrase that you'll hear me often use is for your consideration. It's not that I think that everybody should believe like me. It's for your consideration. New opportunities or ways of thinking, if you so choose. We want you to see your own power and beauty and the deeper connections that you have the capacity to make. And this is a perfect time for this, for you. This is so exciting. Your prefrontal cortex is the part of your brain at the front of the frontal lobe. It's useful in a variety of complex behaviors, such as focusing your attention, predicting the consequences of your actions, anticipating events in the environment, impulse control, managing emotional reactions, planning, and finding connections. Lots of things this part of the brain does for us. Plays a major role in personality development. It receives input from multiple regions of the brain, processes information, and adapts accordingly. It helps you to make choices according to your motivations. Lots of important things. And so, the reason I say this is an optimal time for you to be having this course right now is because your prefrontal cortex isn't fully completely developed until you're 25. And so there is so much formation of who you are happening at this time. And so thinking about how you make choices, understanding your emotions, understanding how your body works is going to be really an opportunity for you. Because then you can choose to give it support and understanding, being aware of what it does for you and how it works. And that's a big part of it. So that's what this course invites you to do, is see with new eyes. It's already what we've been doing. We've been seeing science, right? We've been doing science for these last few minutes. Science is a way of expanding awareness. So if you think of the power of X-rays or those incredible space telescopes or microscopes, right? It's seeing possibility. It's observing in different ways. It's being able to form judgments and connections based on what you're seeing, what you're understanding. And so expanding our awareness is what we're here for. That's what BISC3 is about. So how are we going to do this, right? How are we going to do this? It's with questions like this. What about college? Have you thought about this? I'm in college because taking this course because this is important reflection. Why are you here? Will help you understand your motivations, your connections, the possibilities that are available to you. Take a moment, just jot a couple notes in your journal, even just the questions if you want to consider them later. Observe your reactions to the questions. Right? Does it make you tense? Is it exciting? Does it make you nervous? What happens to your breathing? What happens inside your body? An opportunity to see college with new eyes. So my intention for this course, the intention of the Gen Ed credit is to expand awareness. We'll be using this book, Developing Ecological Consciousness. You'll notice that the subtitle, Becoming Fully Human, at the bottom. That's our course theme, Becoming Fully Human. Connections with ourselves, connections with each other, connections with the natural world around us. We're not just going to document. You have a journal. It's not just about documenting what happens. It's about digging deeper, right? We're going to question what's going on in the environment right now. We're going to question our connection to that. We're going to question lots and lots of things. So this is an environmental science course. This is what the tenet, the basic tenet of this course is that everything is environment. And the way that we move through the world is science. So take a moment to look at the paper that you were handed when you came in, the mini syllabus. This is just a portion of the full syllabus that's found on Canvas. Part of your assignment this week is to read the whole syllabus so that you understand and have a complete overview of what the course is. So, obviously you figured out the class time, you're here, it's great. Your lab times vary. There are 22 different lab sections. Each of these beautiful people up here, all of the TAs, will be leading your lab sections. They will be on either Thursday or Friday, so check your line path to get to the lab that is yours. You cannot just show up at a lab that's not yours. You have to go to the one that you registered for. That is really important. So check your line path and go there. You will need to have the course text, Developing Ecological Consciousness. There's more about this in the syllabus. There are a couple of different ways that you can acquire it. If you're going to purchase it, I encourage that you go to Webster's Bookstore downtown, as it's a local bookstore and carries the book. I want you to physically interact with the book, to be able to take notes in it. So if you're doing the online version that way through the library, then make sure you get it so that you can jot notes and stuff in the margin. So then you check out the Canvas page, log in there and find your free readings. After you finish the readings, in your journal is the week 1 reflection action assignment that you get, that journal that you get at the bookstore. So it's the first few pages of your book, of your journal that lead up to this page 10 today. And then you're going to be handing that in at your lab either on Thursday or on Friday of this week. You're going to mark Sunday, October 5th in your calendar because we're all going on a field trip. Pretty exciting. We're going to adventure to Shavers Creek and Stone Valley Recreation Area. Your TA will have specifics about timing for your group pretty soon. And that is that. My office hours are there. If you can't make it to office hours and you want to talk, drop me an email. also there, the names of the learning coordinators. And then on the back, what to expect if you commit fully into this course. Discover, grow, appreciate. We want you to just expand your awareness is the whole point. So the four pillars of BISC culture, we want to make sure that we're on time, showing up on time, and then not leaving early. That's really important. There are some guidelines around that in Canvas. Presence, being fully present here. That means avoiding all of the electronics during the course of this class period. So physically present, mentally present. And then true speaking. Openness, excuse me. Exercise openness to new ideas and novel ways of thinking. True speaking that you avoid BSing on your course assignments. I know that you could go in and copy journals from students that have already written them. That's more work than it is for you to write your own. And then you're really cheating yourself of the opportunity of really taking in this chance to really reflect and engage. Class attendance, learning involves first and foremost your full presence. Attendance will be taken at each class and lab meeting. You're allowed 2 absences without penalty. And then after that, each unexplained absence will result in 2-point deduction. All of that's outlined in the syllabus as well. So we are excited to be your guides, but we can only be your guides. You have to show up. Fully show up for this. So we have a quick start saying that your journals are going to be due, right, in 2 or 3 days. So paying attention to that. The expectations for the journals are that they're true reflection. That what you will see might feel a lot like a lot of lines in your journals. But ask yourself why. Dig in. There's some coaching at the beginning of the journal there. And what we do in this room is only 100 minutes. And then we invite you to take those ideas out into the world. So here we are thinking about how we're going to show up. The TAs, they deserve your respect. They've been through BISC, they've been through a semester of training, and they will respect you in turn. If you're experiencing anything in this class that is not respectful, then I need to know about it. Please let me know. Be kind. So our last point of today's class is how do you characterize your relationships with Earth? How does that question strike you? Maybe some choices to help. Earth is mostly background for my daily activities. Earth is primarily a supply house for all my needs. Earth is mainly a depository for my waste. Earth is all of the above, or none of the above adequately describes my connection with Earth. We will be seeing these relationships in new ways, in new and beautiful ways. So understanding where your relationship with Earth is right now is really important. So we're taking time to think about this as you're moving about your day. Considering the scientific method, we're going to be going back to this on Thursday. We'll be going to questions. And knowing that Albert Einstein, there are only 2 ways to live your life. One is though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Science awakens us to new ways of